PractiCAM offers the ability to create any type of allowance you want. This includes rec round and oval connectors, as well as locks, joints, and seams. There are no limitations in terms of how many you can make or with what type of contours. Looking at a rectangular connector section, you can see that PractiCAM can come loaded with a huge library of preset connectors, but creating one on your own is extremely easy. Each one can be seen in 2D preview, where you can determine the shape and contour of each side of the connector, independently from all other sides. Each side can have a limitless set of accessories associated with it as well. This way you can get counts of everything from slips, drives, clips, corners, bolts, and gaskets, all of which are reportable in the program. Lastly, we can set the preview of each connector to give you a realistic feel when working in your takeoff. Some preview samples shown here were slips and drives, duct mate, out flanges, in flanges, outside tap connections, or TDF and TDC. To create a new connector is easy. Just click on the new connector icon, give it a name, and you're ready to start adding your own. Looking here, you can see we will first choose the grid settings we want. This makes it easy to snap from point to point in values we find favorable. Then using our simple CAD tools, we just draw out the contour of this particular edge, and when we're done, we can use the AutoWidth tool to run this allowance all the way down the length of the connector, like we would for a slip and drive as opposed to a dovetail. Now we will take a look at what we've done in our 2D preview. Here you can see we've created one side and applied the changes. Now though we can do this over again for 3 sides, PractiCam's got a tool called Quick Edges which makes this even faster. To explain, when you build an edge in the system, you can save it as a parametric edge, and this can be applied to any connector or allowance at any time, even in our part editor. So using this tool as you're watching here, we can actually build connections very quickly. Once built, we can now go to any fitting in PractiCAM, and this connector we have created will be available in the drop-down menu. Here you can see as we apply our new connection to this piece of straight duct. Other features that should be mentioned are the option to cut connectors off, which allows us from this 3D view to click on one side of a connector, all or 4 sides, and delete the ones we don't want. Though this can be done from the connector editor, it's great to be able to do it here on the fly as well. Clicking on the part where we cut a connector off, we can watch these quick edges at work again. We simply grab the edge we want out of our bin and click on 2 points to run it down the allowance. Watch here as we'll add dovetails to the side in no time at all. PractiCAM truly has the best allowance capability in the industry.